This is the Rust beginner series where we're gonna learn how to write Rust code, how to build it, and hopefully write some cool Rust applications. This is the first video, so we're just gonna learn how to write Hello World in Rust. Some prerequisites. If you're running on the Mac or Linux or any other Windows, we need a couple of things. We gotta make sure that we have this application called rustc command line. So just go online and see how to install it. It really depends on your platform. The tutorials online is actually very simple how to do that. The other thing that we need is this software called Cargo. So as long as you have those two, I think we all set. So let's start. Let's begin with creating the hello application, the directory. So let's go inside there. Here we create the file called main rs, right, like Rust. In here, we'll just say fn as a function, main, because every application in Rust starts with the main function. So similar to say C++, right, or like Java, except in Java you need the class that would wrap around the main. So in our case, since we're writing hello world, we don't have to take any arguments. So our argument list is empty. And all we have to do is write fn because we're not returning anything. Okay, so now we want to write hello world, right? So the way to do that in Rust is you type macro called println, and then inside there you write hello world. Okay. Some of you probably noticed that I mentioned macro. I didn't say function. So in Rust, when your statement ends with the exclamation mark, that means macro. For C++ developers, macros in Rust are not as bad as they are in C or C++, so don't get scared, but we'll learn more about that. Okay, so let's say we save this file. Now in order to compile, we write rustc main.rs. Boom. So if you're a C++ developer, right, this sounds similar to what you do with G++ or GC. So now we have our executable called main. We execute it, and it says hello world. So pretty simple so far, right? Let's just quickly look at our function again. Again, it's main, takes no parameters, returns nothing, prints println by using println macro, writes hello world. Okay, sounds good. So this is one way to do it, right? And for applications like hello world, this is enough. Unfortunately, fortunately, most applications that we write, it's going to be more complex, right? So how do cookies do it in Rust? So now let's remove our hello directory. So usually it's like similar to GCC, right? You wouldn't just use GCC command line for all of your stuff. You would probably use some sort of project, right? Like let's say CMake, Bazel or something. So the similar in Rust, they have this tool called Cargo, which is actually way more powerful than tools like CMake or Bazel and C++. So in Cargo, if you use Cargo, say you want to write hello world, all you have to do is just say cargo new and the project name, right? In our case, let's say the project name again, hello, right? Okay, it says created binary. Oh, what's in there? Let's go inside a directory hello. We go inside a directory hello and we see a few files here. If you write 3, we'll see that we got created cargo toml, source, and main.rc. So let's look at what's inside of cargo toml. Okay, here we see the package name, right? Our name of a package. There's some version, editing, and then there's a list of dependencies, right? So dependencies are actually, in this case, we don't use any dependencies because this is just a hello world. But if it was something more complicated, we would just list our dependencies and their versions here, right? This is similar, like if you're familiar with Node, right? Like npm, where you can actually declare what you need. Okay, so now let's go into the source. Let's see what's in there. In source, we have a main.rc file. Okay. Oh, it's already something that we wrote before, right? Same function main, println, hello world. So the cargo actually generated this for us, right, as a template. All right, so let's go up again. So again, let's look at our tree. We have a cargo toml, source, and main, right? So what do we do with this? How we build it? So in order to build it, we type cargo build. Okay, something happened. Let's see what got generated. All right, bunch of files got generated, right? All right, so one thing that was generated actually is our executable. So if we go into target, right, debug, because by default the Rust builds in debug mode. So now here's our hello executable. Boom, hello world, right? So pretty cool. So yeah, one new thing that we notice here is that we have this target directory, right? That has all this like binary files in here. Then there's a debug, there's like dependencies, debug information, build, all that cool stuff, right? We'll learn more about that. So one other thing that I'll let you know is cargo, when you do cargo new, also generated the Git repository, right, for us in this directory. So if you do git status, you will see that's already tracking. So that's also pretty cool, right? We can like add our cargo toml, maybe source, right? And we have stuff here. So that's pretty cool. It's already keeping track stuff for us. Yeah, I think that's a good point to stop at this point. I guess one other thing I'll show you actually, there's this command called cargo run, which basically will build and run at the same time. Boom, right away it built it, and then it showed the hello world, right? And I guess for more sophisticated, like if you're more familiar with like C++, there is also this thing called cargo check, right? All it does, this is just build your executable. Well, it actually doesn't build your executable. It's more like compiling your executable, but is not trying to link to the final executable. It just compiles your code, right? So the folks that write huge projects, sometimes what they do is they constantly do like cargo check. Sorry, if I can only type cargo check, right? And they say, okay, everything builds. Like yeah, if you're coming from CS++, it's more like compile, but don't link, right? Cool. I hope you guys like this video. Please like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you want to know something more. All right. Thank you. See you next video.